Okay, my friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are. Welcome to my stream. I'm back on the Australian map. There's a mod Australian and Alaska map done by the same guy, Rob. And I'll pop up a link in my. The link will come up in my chat there eventually to the map. So let me see how quickly I have these chat things coming up. Just check my timers. I have these coming up every 5 minutes. Oh. It'll be there. I'm going to start off with an ad just to kill the ads. Okay, there we go. Ads are done. If you're a subscriber, actually, or Turbo Prime, you don't get the ads. But this is my truck, my W900. I had a yeah, I had a really nice that quarterback bumper on the front. It has a collision box. So we took that out. Okay, so let's start the truck. Let's put the wipers on. Put the lights on. Okay. Now I do a lot of my driving like this, just because I like to see the scenery, or like this. But we'll start off here. Now we do have a problem here, and it's associated with this trailer. Brakes off. Everything looks good. We got gas. Temperature up. It's 80 Fahrenheit. Everything looks good. Air pressures are good. Temperatures are good. Fuel is good. We can do a well, temp, water temp. Yeah, we probably want to do that mode. That mode there. The cruise control. Time. No, that's probably the one we want. Okay. Let me make sure I got the right mouse setup, because I have different. I have a smart mouse and I use different settings for different games, and usually it's fairly compatible. It can be very uncompatible. So let's see what we got here. We are set up for ATS. Okay. Just checking. Just checking. Okay. Now, I'm pretty sure this kind of trailer, we gotta go like this. And look at the back end. So the back end will... Okay, the back end missed that car. But not by much, right? So we're at Everett. We're taking the ferry from Everett. We can either go to Alaska, Wainwright in Alaska, or I think it's Plum's Farm. Nice echo. Just to make sure the guy in that truck there wakes up. Well, this will be interesting. I've never done this before. Let's see if the ferry is happy with a trailer this long. So, we can go to Port Townsend, which is just like across the strait there, or the Wainwright airstrip, which is take 13 hours. Australia, it's going to take 8 hours. Fingers crossed. Ooh. Okay. So we're gonna have to change the time, I think. So let me just check the options, make sure we've got the time zone set. The only reason we have to change the time is I want to see the scenery. Picky. Full info. Okay, so right now it's 3 in the morning, so let's set the time to 6. Let's set it to 6. Oh, 6 is bright in Australia. 6, if I set it to 6, it's this is like noon. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Okay, to view possible travel destinations. We just came at the end of the road. Okay. And a nice dirt track here. Ouch. See? Ow. We've already got damage. We just got going and we've damaged the truck. Now I've changed the bumper, but maybe it's a low-hanging truck. Maybe I was supposed to go slow. Okay, so where are we going? Ooh, we're going to take that track. Let's look on the map and see where we can go. Oh, let's go here to Plum's Farm. Oh, Plum's Farm has gas and repairs. Okay, we may need repairs. By the time we get to Plum's Farm, we may need repairs. A bit of traffic, not much. So how much have we damaged already? Shit the merd. Why we're damaging? The road did look quite rocky there. I found a problem, well, I guess on here too. On the Alaska map, you really had to go slow on the Alaska map, and SCS gives you an estimate of the job. You know, they say, well, we'll give you 5 hours, let's say 10 hours, what the hell, for this job. And then it's like, well, we didn't know you're going to drive 12 miles an hour the whole time, so you're late. So what's our temperature here in Australia? Our temperature in Australia is 86 Fahrenheit. I was commenting, I was saying that it'd be kind of cool. Somebody's trailer and a communication tower. It'd be kind of cool if the game, because I think the developer can set the temperature on the map. So it'd be kind of cool if you set the temperature at like 110 or something. And Fahrenheit. And the truck's overheated. Now see, it looks like nasty bumps there again. Oh yeah, I should be going wider because this trailer is, well, the trailer's dragging through the mud for sure. Dunno. It says 55. Let's go faster. What happens when we go fast? There's a gate. Oh, and the road goes like this in case we want to do this. And we do want to do this. Okay, so I can get gas there. I can get fixed and I can get a cargo. Why don't we do that then? Okay, let's see how much gas is here. Oh, 264. And there's somebody, I'm not sure what he's doing. Loading boxes. He's having a great time doing it too. Okay. Interesting, interesting gas pump. Nice little shack. Somebody's broken down truck. Okay. Okay. Luckily, we have insurance. I don't think it's that bumper, because that bumper, I think, is a standard bumper. Repair. We can do that. We can try changing the bumper to make sure it's definitely the standard bumper. Well, actually, no. They're both the same. But we'll go standard, just in case. Other than that, I don't think I have anything special. Maybe I need bigger tires? No, the tires are... Let's see what the tires are. Vortex. No, doesn't make any difference. What kind of tires I got. In terms of height, it's not as if different tires have different height. So, okay, confirm order. Okay, but I'm pretty sure I looked at those boxes before. collision box. If you do G underscore call box 1, it sets it to 1, which turns it on, and if you set it back to 0, like space, then a space, then a 0, space, or 1, sets it to 0, then it takes them off. But you can see all these little lines and stuff as of what's going to hit what. Kind of a nice effect. Okay, so here we are at the farm. And what do we got for job offers? Global cargo market? Okay. Let's change the time. You can do a G set time in the game, and that you can just do repetitive G set time. That will set it to the next day. And let's set it to 5. See how bright it is at 5. Oops, no, sorry, you want the trailer thing. Job market. Use your own trailer. No cargoes. So nothing from Plum's farm. Okay, let's drive, let's set the time again to tomorrow. And I'd set it to 5, so let's set it to 4. What happens if you set it to 4 in the morning? Well, that's interesting. So 4 a.m. seems to be... This is with time zone set on. So let's see if we can narrow down this time zone issue first. So options, let's go in, and the preferences from full time zone, just whatever it is, only time. Same thing. Same thing. It's 4 a.m. and wrong time. So let's turn it off then. It's not a big deal, but it confuses me. Disabled. Now it's 2 p.m. So let's set the time now to... Okay, so that's dark. So let's set it to 5. What's 5 like? Okay, what is what's 6? 6 in the morning. How about 7? Okay, 7 is dawn. Okay, and let's see if we have a cargo here from the farm yet. Use your own trailer. No cargoes. Let's do one more time thing, and then we'll assume that the cargo part is not working. Let's get a use your own trailer, and nope. We're not seeing anything. So, our choice would be to leave that trailer. Well, yeah, let's pull it to the other places and see whether we get anything. So, it's a long trailer. So we'll go at 20 on this and we'll see what happens. We may get wrecked. Where are we going to? We're going to the next spot on the map. We're going to... Kulati. Actually, we're going up here. Ah, Amelia May 40. Thank you very much for following me. Hope you enjoy the trip in Australia here. I'm hoping I wanted to pull livestock and sheep through here. Livestock, you know, sheep, chickens, cows. The game does not seem to have those cargoes. So we'll see. We'll see what's happened, but it is a... I like the name Amelia. Nice. And it's one of those names that people can play with. Not in a derogatory way. Like play with nicknames like Amy or Mel or Chuck. Whatever they want to do. Oh, it does say 15 here. Okay, I'm not sure if it did before. So maybe if I pay attention to the game and do the speed limit, maybe we'll be okay. I had problems with this truck before. This truck, you can put a bumper on called a quarterback. It's a ginormous front bumper. It's got nice vertical bars and it scoops down towards the road, almost like a cow catcher. And it hits the road and damages. So now that's interesting. Why did I not get damage coming back as much as I did going there? Because I got annoyed and I just said the hell with it. I like the bits of blowing sand on the road here. That's a nice effect. Or blowing sand. I should do some Christmas lights or something in this truck. I wonder, just a sec, let me just check to see if job market. The job market's showing nothing for Plum's farm. Actually, nothing from any of these. And what about here? Okay. You know, I have to be careful going in. It is strange, Amelia, that it was going in. I seem to get damaged more than coming out. Like there was little spikies all pointing one way. Oh, that's right. Sorry, forgot. My bad. I'm in Australia. Yeah. I wondered, why is that idiot on the wrong side of the road? Oh. This idiot. Okay. I got confused as to who was the idiot. I forgot it was me. So there's AI traffic on the bitumen, as it's called, tarmac, the regular paved highway, because it's wide enough. There's none on any of the tracks, like the dirt tracks off the main highway, but I think it was the developers that it would be just too... A, it's more difficult to implement that on a narrow road, and B, the AI traffic doesn't do bumps well. It just goes right through. It follows the road surface, or not the road surface, it follows the average. So you'll see it going through bumps and over little ditches, so it does detract from the realism. So I went and did a mega shopping today because I had been running out, and there was a possibility my grandson had COVID, and so a possibility I would have got it, but he doesn't have symptoms yet, so he's probably okay. Look at it, still waiting for his test results, and I don't have to isolate until he gets test results. I was like, okay, let's go get some groceries. So. That's the Jake, that's what it is. If you want a friendly free postcard, let me know. I will send you one. Just DM me, message me somehow, a name and address. I'll send those. Excuse me. I'll fall asleep. I'll send them free around the world. Canada, US, Shanghai. Just be very explicit with how to write the address, like do it in block form. There's different countries have different formats. Oh yeah, I could be going faster here. Right? There's one place where there was a gate. It's been a sliding gate. And this game, and I think at least half the time I came up to that gate, I smashed into it because it was an gray mesh gate. I keep forgetting there was a gate there. Not that obvious in the game, maybe a bit of shade. It's now been replaced by a cattle gate. Oh, there's income. There we go. It's a good collection of cars along here, which is nice. No, this is, yeah, Kulabari, whatever, has been upgraded. Let me get the, just a sec. I got a list of what's been changed in this version, so why don't I get that and tell you. I think I just printed it here. Can I reach it? Possibly. Just whack everything there. Okay. Changed is Plum's Farm. It's been added. Cooladi's been extended with a garage and a company. Rework part of the route between Homeburn and Cooper Opals. Improved home berm. Replaced a gate with a cattle grid. Train track with AI trains and small improvements, and added cargo support for Wilson cattle trailers for 1.39. Added cargo spawn defs to the custom companies. So I'm not sure why that's not working. If we look here. Don't know. Solvents. You know, there's stuff that goes back and forth, but I don't know. I don't see any, so I suppose what I could do is, we'll think about it. I'll drag this around the map and see how well it drags around the map. I don't think there's any weight to it. No. I mean, it'll be, I think it's 11 tons. Trucks are usually 9 and trailers are usually 10 or 11, so. Oh, we're gonna get there eventually. not sure what we're going to do when we get to Coolati. Well, I guess I'll drive up and see what's there. I'll explore it. Hopefully, excuse me, hopefully I can turn around and get out of there. I think so. So I finished my Christmas postcards today, I think. But if anybody wants a Christmas postcard, just let me know. I'll send you one. But I did about a dozen, a couple of them to the US. Fired them off and got some groceries, got my library book, got some wine. So we're good. I just joined Discord. Sorry, my Discord? Okay. If you join my Discord, then I have to go and enable you. I've got this, for some reason, I've got a two-step process. Just because I do. I have to give you... There you go. Text roll. Yeah, I just gave you text roll. Oh, and pardon me, folks, but I'm going to run another ad. If I run an ad break, then that blocks the pre-roll ads that people have to watch at the beginning. When somebody joins my channel on a raid or something. Ooh, hopefully that siren was not to hear. So you'll still be able to see me, but you won't hear me. But it's a 90-second break, and well, maybe that'll be something you want to buy. Who knows? I don't get any money from it, but. Yeah, good shake. Seems to gear down well too. Well, sort of. Like that. It's doing that on its own. I think I'd like to get a shifter again. But they're $79 on Amazon. 79 Canadian here on Amazon, so. And the same at my local computer store, Best Buy, so. I'll wait. Although I think that is Christmas sale prices. Okay, so this is the roadhouse here. There we go. We missed the. And how is this going to go? Is this going to miss the corner? It just missed the corner. Well, that's interesting. Is that oh, that's a resting thing. Oh, and the game does not recognize this, so it's calculating a route. So I wonder what that ramp is. So that little bit of road there. The game thought I was off the beaten track. Excuse me. Oh well. I don't know if this is 15 here. Maybe. Let's go a little wide there. Ah, there's a train. Oops. Can I go? I guess I can go across the tracks. Let's see how far I can get when I go across the tracks. Ah. It's all the same because usually that is, you know, they're bringing wheat or whatever the hell we have. So, no, but there's no cross. There's no railway crossing signs. Do they not do those here? Oh, that's what they got here. They've got sand. It's sand, yeah. And if I want to use my own trailer, no available cargoes. So, let me look at the Discord for the game, and maybe somebody had reported something like that, I think. So let me check what the developer has said, because this can be pretty current stuff. I think it was there. Australia country name and market map is also placed up in Alaska instead of where it should be. Don't know what that means. I know it means I don't have any cargoes yet. Okay. That just sort of went around. That little road probably goes up there and around the corner, and there's nothing. Well, if it stops, if the train is stopped, then we know it stopped. Can't see anything. Oh, I want to see what this is. What is this place? Oh, it's a garage. I could buy this garage. Do I want to do that? I guess I could. I think what I'll do is I would... and then go like this. Okay. Oops, let's put it in gear. much is this garage? Pennies a day? Yeah, sure. Okay. He's in my garage. Okay. Hang out the window. Ooh, not even close, Gramps. Jeez. Oh, well, close enough, I guess. Hey, Maverick Mediocre Gaming. How are you, my friend? Hello, mate. I am. I'm at Coolati. And I just started off in the game at... I just started off the game here at Plum. Well, I came across the ferry, started at Plum's farm. And I sustained a lot of damage on this road, even though I don't have the bumper. So you gotta, I think if you go any more than 15. And I'm not finding, I got a damn fine trailer. A double. Wilson trailer. And I'm pulling that, looking for our cargoes. I know, me neither. I just discovered this and the Alaska map. He's also done an Alaska map. It's not a huge map, but the detail is awesome, and he's going to do a lot of work on it, I think. The Alaska doesn't have a lot of stuff. This is that's where it's by I mean this is a place. Some of it is a place on Australia. Coolati is if you look on the regular Australia map, off to the east here, there's a port that you could come to and drive along the road and get to Coolati. There's Jackie's Farm, Homeburn Opal Fields, Homeburn Cooper Opals. Opals are a thing, you know, in Australia, so. Yeah, they come from oops, yeah, so you go, whoops, I gotta drive on the correct side of the road too. I don't want to say the wrong side of the road. Okay, so we're going to go across the highway. We want to go to the next place. Okay. Cattle Gate, also known as the Texas Gate. Okay. Now let's see if we can go 55 on this. Unhook bays? What's an unhook bay, Maverick? Oh, thank you for the follow. What do you mean by the unhook bay? What's that? What do you mean by unhook bay? Oh, this is for sale here. Now, I'm not sure what's for sale. I suspect everything and anything. Up to it, including the windmill. I don't know. What do you want? And another cattle gate. Those are kind of cool. I mean, they work because there's gaps between the metal and the space down below, and the cows are like, what if I slip? Okay. Pulling a road train. Yeah, some places you can't take them, so back at that intersection. Ah, okay. Okay. Yeah, this is Wilson trailer. This is not designed for this map, but it's an ownable trailer. You can only do 2. You can't do 3, but there's the option to do 2 that are really, really long. So this is, you know, this looks like a standard 55-foot truck with another 55 truck. And usually when they have doubles in North America, like FedEx does a lot of them. Or even if they have triples, they're shorter. No. Now this I cannot unhook in the game. If I want to have a single instead of a double, I have to buy it and use it as a different trailer. Okay, let's get up to speed here because we want to see if we can go fast on this game, on this map. And I think we're safe stuck in the middle of the road because now you notice the we are dancing a lot, right? If there was cattle in there, they would not be happy. Oops, let's go wide here. And then let's thread our way through that. Did we make it? We made it. So I like the way there's piles. He's updated the map a bit, so he's added more little bits of greenery, rocks, shit like that. Now I've got the rain turned down, but the implementation he has done. If when it rains, it becomes slipperier. Supposedly you get less traction because it's mud, and you can slide around a bit because it's mud. Oh, see, I'm not sure what we hit there. Jackie's farm, and here's another cattle gate. Oh, grass going through it. I think this is. Does this mean that this is not used very much, this road? I don't know. We'll pop into Jackie's farm here, see if he's there. So are we gonna drive right up to there? Maybe we won't. So that's what you can get at Jackie's farm. That's the cargo you can get. Is that, what is that up there? Oh. Hey, Jackie? Oh yeah, scare the cows. Sorry. My bad. Okay, and what do we have here? We have that. Sand. And if we want to use our own trailer, do we have anything here? Pretty sure we don't. So there was nothing. There's nothing. Jackie's Farm. None of these have Humboldt, Cooper Opals. There's no cargoes we can take here, which is unfortunate. So maybe once I get down to the other end, I'll ditch the trailer. It's nice shit here. What have we collected for damage so far now? I don't mind a rough road, slightly a rough road. I don't like a lot of damage. Now we can, I believe the next place we have at the Opal Field, yeah, we can repair at the Opal Field. Here at Homeburn we can gas up. Here's a river crossing. And there's Cooper's Opals. Cooper's Opals. We'll go 45. We'll see how we do on this road. So we bounce a lot. And I like being up above because it's a better view. But we can go in here and I can make everybody's car sick. Including myself. No. Let's go up here. Oh! Horses. Now, are these virtual horses? Let's find out. Whoop! Poof! Magic. They're magic horses. No, it's not a paid map. Donations appreciated. So he's got a link. So if you follow the Discord that was up there, that was spawned up on my screen, there's a discount to my server, and there's a Discord to Rob's server, which is where he has the map. The two maps and information about where a link to download them from. And a link somewhere on there. If you want to donate, you can, but you don't have to. So, oh yeah, I'd check it out. It's I mean, really good detail. There was oh, I forget where it was. There was one of the roadhouses here. He was pointing out that at one of the roadhouses, it's not only detailed, but it's accurate. He said one of the roadhouses, oh yeah, there are these stickers on the wall or something, and that's the stickers that actually would be on the wall. I don't know if he's from Australia, but it was like very, very accurate. So hopefully everybody's having a good day. It's that's a beat up old car. It's Tuesday here in Ottawa, and it is just after 6 p.m. and it is still freaking cold out. Well, I think it's 12. It was 12 Fahrenheit. Minus 11 centigrade. Ah, there's Rob saying hi. Ah, it's 12:07 in New Zealand. Oh, a Kiwi. Oh, I have a Kiwi friend. He lives in Sydney now. Steph Hunter is not like yes. Oh, you're from a. Are you from New Zealand? Do you know so and so? That's just the link I have. I'm also playing in Kiwi and the new map Te Aurora or Rora, whatever, for Call of the Hunter, Call of the Wild, as a new addition to its map. Their map, a new map. Sorry, to their game. New Zealand. You're on the South Island, I think, hunting chamois and bunnies and red deer. What else? So this is a pretty awesome game. I have not found any cargoes for my. I have not been able to find any cargoes for my sheep, for my livestock trailers. I've looked at the map for job market. Use your own trailer, and there are currently no available cargoes. But I did a couple of sleeps, so I looked at everything, every place, because I've discovered these before, and nobody has livestock. So, and I had to turn off time zones, because with time zones turned on, it was really weird. Like 6 o'clock here was. I had to change the like 3 a.m. on the clock here was sunrise. So I had to turn that off. But other than that, we're cool. I got really damaged going in here, but maybe I was going too fast. Going into the first place, into Plum's farm on this little road. I don't know. Got a lot of damage, and my truck doesn't have has a stock bumper now, so it should be okay. So let's look at the Opal field. Let's check this out. Yep. Yeah, because I don't see any, so it's okay. We can try it another time. There's a couple of people hanging around talking. There's the opal mine. So what kind of job offers do we have here? We had our own truck. Stuff, lumber. So there's some cargoes. And we've already sustained a bit of damage. Not too much, but you know, we've had better days. Bunch of guys standing around. What? I thought they always had to have Fosters in their hand. No, they're doing the SCS stand. Somebody will put his hands in his pockets and do the pelvic thrust. There he goes. Oh, they put their hands behind. Kicks his foot. Do. Kicks the other foot. Now he puts them in his pocket. Now he'll put it behind there. He'll do the little pelvic thing again. Okay. He's been watching too much Rocky Horror. Okay, so track maintenance repairs picked up a bit on the way down to present one from Plum Valley. So number of people have received the map and are keen on the map and are following the Discord to go to the map. Watching. Okay, I'm just looking at the. Oh, I've got a big delay between my game. I'm looking at my YouTube stream, and I'm still seeing the YouTube stream streaming. So it must be a minute or two behind. Maybe it's just my stream. So let me go back to YouTube. That's better. I monitor my Twitch stream and my YouTube stream, and the YouTube stream that I was looking at was hold. Okay, oh sorry, did I repair? I can't remember. Did I repair things? I did, okay. Getting forgetful in my old age. Well, and COVID. Somebody was, oops. Kind of in the way there, aren't you? Somebody was talking about COVID, or just, they were talking about being depressed or making decisions or something like this. I don't know what it was. And I was saying, you know, it's not necessarily you. So don't knock yourself out saying, oh, geez, this is not like me. I'm so depressed that I'm depressed, or I'm so depressed that I'm not making decisions or whatever. And I was thinking it's this whole COVID thing for almost, 11 months now, however long we've been, is very stressful on people because it's kind of unknown. We've had lockdowns, we haven't had friends, so we don't have the normal support structure. We don't know how long it's going to be. It goes on, it doesn't go on. Oops, 15. Are we going to die? We're not going to die. When's it going to be finished? We're not sure. I've had a lot of trouble making decisions. I had to move, and what normally would be fairly easy process for me. It's killing me trying to make decisions as to what to do, where to move to a place, 2-bedroom or 1-bedroom. Who do I hire for a mover? Blah blah blah. And then I realized, no, it's okay, Gramps. There's nothing wrong with you. Carry on. Okay, we're going 15 here because we're gun shy, and we figure it's 15 for a reason. It says slow. I think this is the stuff that hung me up. If you look here, there's some real... See the way the road goes? If you don't go slow, then the bumper digs in, especially if you've got the big quarterback bumper, or the back hangs up, or the trailer digs in, or... Same with on the Alaska map. When the developer says you should go slow, yeah, I go slow. The Alaska map is complete as is. I mean, as it is, it's drivable, but he's going to add a lot more stuff to it. Oops, see, there we go. Don't know what we hit. Oh, see, we went over that sort of stuff. And that was not going 15. Now, these are cows. Are these real cows? Let's find out. Oh no, I'm stuck. I can't find out because the cows are gone. Oh, I will find out. So, I wasn't soon enough to hit a cow, but if I wait a bit, we'll get... What are you eating? Oh, well, maybe they're coming out to the road, because I know hunting, the birds, when you're hunting partridge and grouse and stuff in northern Ontario, the partridge come out to the road to eat gravel for their crop. And the I know a lot of animals come out to the road to eat salt. Now, I suspect this is... I just wanted to check in case he's tricked us and put real animals in here. No. Okay. We're just gonna... We'll just graze right through the trailer. Yes, we will. Are you going in between? No. Okay. Checking. No, he's Dutch, and so I'm not sure how you made it so accurate. So I mean, praise if somebody if somebody from down under is saying, "Wow, this looks like this is what I would do if I was doing it," because I'm from there. So that's a compliment for sure. Oh, there's somebody's house up there too. Yeah, I haven't driven up there. I'm definitely not going up with this. Oh, and I think this is the gate that used to be a sliding gate. That half the time I slid right into it. Yeah. Well, if you really like it, I mean, there's the link. I did the link to his Discord, so go to his Discord, download the game. If you really enjoy it, then make a donation. And the Alaska one. Check out the Alaska one too. Like I said, there's not as much. He hasn't done as many roads on the Alaska one. He's been focusing on this one, but it's accurate too. It's and very realistic. You're Wainwright. It's ice roads, Alaska ice roads. There are some ice road sections that are not like the ice road you get in Russian open spaces in this ATS game. It's ice that crackles underfoot occasionally, and if you're not careful, you know, you're driving along and it's like, oh, this section looks different. I wonder why. Oh, well, I seem to have dropped a front axle through the ice. Can I back up? No. So this is me trying a new experiment too. I'm live streaming. So I live stream to Twitch and YouTube using a program called Restream.io, or a website called Restream.io. And then there's a chat application that they also have that sends the chats between the two platforms and appends it. So, you know, on YouTube people see that it's, you know, a little bracket Twitch, that it's a Twitch chat, and on Twitch they see a little bracket YouTube. No. Yeah, but I guess when I meant, I'm not sure what the right word is, but I mean, Alaska is very, there's not a lot to it. It's shorter than this, but still, it's complete in the sense that self-contained. I mean, there's, you know, the roads work. There's not big blank areas, you know. Dragons be here, to be added later, so... The scenery is there, the road surfaces are there, the ice is there, the cargoes, so it's worth exploring, and it's as a teaser. So I'm seeing a lot of 15 mile an hour, and I'm being careful, and I'm hoping that I have a work meeting. Oh yeah, for some people, yes, for some people it's not 6:22 at night, is it? Thanks for popping in, Maverick. Oh, and here we are at Homeburn. And after Homeburn, we have a water crossing. Maverick, the water crossing in that is good too. It's just a shallow ford that you go across. You're up to the top of the wheels in water, just like in the movies about Alaskan road trains. So, okay, What do we have here? We have... oh, I should have gone into Homeburn. Okay, I can go to Homeburn, not from here. I can go in from here. And I'll show you guys Homeburn. Oh, there's a cargo there. Probably, I don't know. An interesting trailer. I wonder if those are... Find out what it is. Ooh, sulfuric acid. Ooh, that's got to be gnarly. So I think those are probably baffles. Maybe that's some kind of filtering system for the fumes. And then I think those are probably baffles in the tank. So, oh, it's separate tanks maybe too. I know there's a problem in when you've got that kind of cargo that it can slosh around. Like you can jam on the brakes and all the liquid goes sloshing to the front. It's just like having poorly tied logs. So. Okay, so do I think we're gonna get out here? We might get out here. Oh yeah, so who's here? We've got these guys. They Mel. I can't do much dash stuff in this truck, that's the only problem. And I couldn't even put up the Mel's photos of her family. You know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna do this. There. That way we can get on the road with this big Jesus truck. The band in Ottawa plays cover rock music. You know, I don't know, back from the '60s. The band's called Big Jesus Truck. Possibly related to their band company. I don't know. Maybe they are a trucking company. Oh, ow, 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 ow. See? Did it tell me that I had to go slow? There's no speed limit here, so I can just boot it. I could feel it in the steering wheel, though. Ooh, I can really feel it in the steering wheel. Okay. We'll skitter off the road. When you're in a washboard road, then basically your wheels are not touching the ground all the time. So you can lose traction. Slide sideways. Ah, okay, there's a water crossing. Oh, we're gonna see whether the people are still there. There were people hanging around the water crossing, which I thought was kind of good. I wasn't sure whether they were there just to see if trucks got caught, or they were fishing or swimming. They were just hanging out. Oh no, they buggered off. They buggered off home. Whoa! That was nasty. Yeah, we're not going to back up. We're not. Yeah, look at me. Look at me jackknifing. If you can't start moving, okay. Let's use V for differential lock. And maybe we have to go on this side. must have hit a rock. Oh well. I can take the differential lock off. V. Well, I mean, the branches of trees are supposedly virtual, but I think when I went through the middle, went through that, yeah. I think driving on the middle is probably a better idea. Oops, he said hitting something. Because there's no traffic here anyway, so. Don't know. So when I get to the other end, I'm going to take my trailer off, and I'm just going to do regular cargoes, I think, on this. Oh, I'm not sure what that was, but that really was a bad thing I hit. Oh, so it's 7 p.m. So, like I said, I had to turn off time zones because it was skewed. Dawn was like 3 in the morning. So this looks like 7 p.m. My truck looks nice too. I should change to a bumper that has lights on it, because I think the stock bumpers, aside from the very ornate scoopy front quarterback bumper, I think they all have good clearance. I looked at a few of them, and none of them had the call box. And somebody said you can do G underscore call box and it turns 1 and it turns, oh, there's a RU sign, and it turns on the collision box indicators. Which can be, the road is. I think I'm remembering this. There. So these are the collision boxes in the game. So we're driving through this red, but you can check on your truck. You can zoom in on your truck and you can see what your bumper is. And the bumper doesn't do anything. The collision box on the truck seems to be the bottom of there, possibly the bottom of the those two blue things going through the wheels. So, but there's not a separate one for the bumper. So I think now let me do this thing here. See what I mean? There's this line going across from side to side. That's the lowest. Oh, okay. Well, it's not the wheels, but the point is, it doesn't seem to be. It's not related to the bumper. If you look at the bumper, there's no collision box on the bumper. Whereas if you look in, if you look at the quarterback, bumper, yeah, there's a big call box. There's big marks on it. It's nasty. Geez, I am sort of tipped. So we're doing good here. Hey, Drifty, we're doing fine, my friend. We are driving in Australia. My intent was to use these. Damn fine trailer. This is a Wilson trailer. It's the link is in my Discord, and it comes in singles and doubles and different lengths of singles and doubles. So I've got the longest trailer as a double. Definitely doesn't turn on a dime. Oh, we're good here. I think going at 45 is just pushing your luck in this. Do I have my super lights on? Let me see if I got my super lights on. Front. No, I don't have any of those. I have these. Do you have roof ones? Oh, maybe not. They should be there. I thought I had roof auxiliaries. What happened? I have some. They're right up top. That's interesting. Beacon work? Yeah, the beacon works. But I have two headlights and they are not working. I'll have to check that offline. Two high beams up on the roof there. In between those, that space there, so. Yes, you have to be, sorry. I've set my Discord up so that I have to go in and accept people manually rather than having everybody default in having text access. Because I was worried that if I did that, that people could go in and just be bad. But I'm not how to control that. I'm not sure how any other way that I can control when I allow people to start. You're allowed. You're allowed now. You're enabled now. Other than having a moderator, but I can't have a moderator. Yes, thank you. Mud Dog. So glad to see somebody, a couple of people from on YouTube, because that's what I've started doing. Like it's I've started live streaming to YouTube and Twitch at the same time because it's easier than I thought. This website restream.io, and they also have a chat bot. You just, pointed to this one, pointed to that one, and then it just goes, That's my symbol for programming stuff. I was a programmer years ago, but definitely I've learned a lot, considering I'm an old fart and I've only started streaming a few years ago. My son was streaming, and so I started, and then I kept going, and I was starting to ask him questions, and he was like, "What? Dad, you're past me. I have no idea anymore." So, yeah, Dog. Hope you are having a good night. Tonight here, it is night here. It's in Ottawa. It's 6:37. We had somebody from Australia who was definitely, I think they're 14 hours. Maybe 16. So I have a friend, Steph, from Sydney, and Steph will be on here saying, well, she'll be on lunch break. and I'll be driving at night. So. Okay, so I'm not sure what those logs are. Those are kind of cool. Ah, so when you say something in Discord, I see it pop up there. So that's cool on my screen. So these are logs that have... so these are the rare... Ooh, it's going to be a challenge. The rare Australian beaver. Puts these logs across the road. I can't see the back because it's dark. Trailer damage, so I guess that answers my question. Did I clear it? Guess not. There's this visit service. Yeah. Like we had service. There is no service. So we're saying 55 and... So I think one of the features of this game... That was my engine dying. One of the features of this game, I've got automatic restart, is that... in Sherbrooke. I used to be closer in Ottawa. I used to be in Orleans. Or as I called it, Snarleans, because it was kind of a bedroom community. My son still lives out there. It's pretty boring out there. It's a good place, you know, suburb. It's a good place to raise a family. I was single, my kids had grown up, and I was the only one on my street that would go out in bare feet in the summer on the pavement, or spring and fall when it was warm, and I was the only one who would go downtown. I'd walk up to the Queensway, like a 15-minute walk, take the express bus downtown, go drinking with my friends at the pub, and then come back on the bus. My neighbors thought that was just amazing, you know. They lived vicariously through this old guy. Engine malfunction. Visit service. We can't visit service though, unfortunately. We may have to get towed to service. We'll be exploring that. Let me do a diagnostic and see how much we've broken things. Visit a service station as soon as possible. Okay, but we're in Australia in the outback. Basically, there's not a lot of service stations, so pull over to the side of the road and get out my duct tape and baling wire, and don't drive really fast going back. Okay, so we are going to be at Cooper Opals now. And what we're going to do, if we don't die on the way, is I'm going to get rid of my trailer. So it is a lovely trailer. It's almost like Christmas option, isn't it? Really nice. Flashing options, and if you turn the the lights on the side flash. If you look at my Discord, I put a link to Wilson's trailer there. I think it's some crazy. It said his name is, I don't know, Crazy Mod Guy or something, like Crazy Cyrus. Anyways, okay, so let's dump this because we can't get to livestock. There needs to be a slight adjustment to be made. So, dismiss. I have another nice trailer. I have this. We have a wooden lowboy triple if I want to have heavy. And I've got this for logs. This is good on ATS up in Bellingham. You've been lots of 8 and 12 foot logs. And I've got this fuel tank. which is an old rusty Fruhoff that looks like the one they used in the movie Duel with, I think, Dennis Weaver in the 60s. Don't know. We're going to have nothing. And I'm going to make it daytime again. So I think it's, let's see what we need to do for time. Set time, I think we set it to 6, and 6 was too dark. Yep, 6 is not, oh, and I got low air pressure. Really? Why would I have low air pressure? I was sitting, oh, that's because I jumped in time. There. Do I have low air pressure? No, it's good now. We're good. Okay, so let's cautiously drive around here and see what's here at Cooper Opals. Well, there's a pile of dirt. There's a crooked road. Well, crooked. Yeah, there's wipers still going. There's stuff. Unfortunately, we can't get repaired. We can't get repaired, I think, until we get back to here, Homeburn oil field. So, oh well, we're okay. So let's see what we can get at Cooper Opals. Are we gonna rest? No, we're not gonna rest. So nice textures. In this version of the map, I'll just tell you what's been changed in this. He's added Plum's farm, extended the Cooladi out to a garage and a company there, and reworked part of the route between Homeburn and Cooper Opals, and he's improved Homeburn itself, and he replaced the gate with a cattle grid so I don't run into it anymore, and he's got train track with AI trains, and then odds and ends, and there will be cargo support for livestock too. Okay, so there are not a lot of cargoes. There's not a lot of choice of cargoes, but that's a feature of SCS. I think it's when you've got a very small map with not a lot of points, then the game doesn't give you a lot of options. It's like, well, so we can take office supplies up to the Opal field. 17 tons of those, so let's do that. There. I think what mouse button is the hang out the window and look. It's this one. Well, the trailer was a little crooked. The trailer's okay now, so. So we should be able to make it to the other end if we. I mean, the worst comes. Well, trailer. Knock on wood. He just won't go as fast. But it's, yeah, 7:40 a.m. in the morning, so. That's the only consequence of damage. I know if you are manually shifting, you can actually lose some gears. You know, like fourth gear won't work anymore. You don't really notice that with automatic, but yeah, you can lose transmission points. The engine stalls and the transmission. Now, it'd be nice if the wheels actually lost traction in the game, because I don't think they do in ATS. In ETS, the tires have different ratings for noise and traction and fuel economy. So you can pick different tires, and you pay more for a better rating. And I think that makes a difference. So if you've got poor rain tires and it's raining, well, you have poorer traction. But the tires, I don't think, make any difference in this ATS, because they've got no ratings on them. They have pretty logos on the side. You know, Michelin. Yes, that's nice. So what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to get some cargoes, and I'll drive back up to the other end. I'll drive back up to Plum's farm. And then I'll take the ferry boat back to Everett. These things seem to have moved. Oh no, they didn't. But they used to be more of a chicane or whatever before. Oh yeah, so we got horses and cows somewhere. No chickens. I think it's the Russian map. One of the Russian maps had a lot of chickens. You'd come around a corner and there'd be chickens all over the road, and luckily you could just drive right through them. Well, you could probably drive right through them even if they were not virtual chickens in IRL, but I guess chicken guts get all caught up in the suspension of the truck. So yeah, so this when I never looked to see when this was due. We're going to get there 10:30, and we are expected to be there at 9:30 p.m. We're going to get there at 10:30 a.m. So yeah, there's enough time given to you. That includes the time until the offer expires. I never checked that. Oh, just let me see who beeped me here. Somebody beeped me. Where's my phone? There. So I'm expecting a message from my son, possibly. Nope, not him. No. In the background, you can see my teddy bear from when I was 2, and the opening of my kitchen, and a embroidery piece a friend did. She takes photographs and then embroiders the face. Oh, that's still steaming, that truck. that car. So like the one color will be the eyebrows, and something else will be the eyes, and like lines almost like war paint delineate the contours of the cheeks, or almost an abstract. Really detailed, really good. She sent me one for free, so thanks, Jen. I wonder if she's selling them. If she's selling them, I could put them up there. I've got a self-promotion section. Really, it's for people that are. If you look on my Discord, one of the channels is self-promotion, and I don't know. It's not called that. I called it something else. I hope, because it's. If you, if you've got a business that you carve peach pits to look like Muppets characters, or you make leather wallets, or you do sculptures, you write books, something that you create and you'd like to sell, well, you can advertise up there. Not if you're like an Amway distributor or something. No. Okay, so I'm, that's an interesting tree. Possibly dead. Where's the water? Is the water soon? Oh yeah, the water's soon. So, I guess what I did is I must have hit a boulder that was under the water. Oop, and there, I must have hit something. An old truck. I like the occasional old truck and cars, just, yeah, we'll just leave that there. Actually, what I'm going to have to do is I need to take a break and stretch my legs and reheat my coffee. Well, there's none left. Okay. Get myself a glass of wine. So, 4 things. Possibly a bio break. Get myself a glass of wine. I forget, what was the third thing? And run an ad roll. And so I'll be back, so don't go away. The ad roll means that people... if I run an ad now, that it means people don't see ads when they join the stream from just start off. So I don't like ads at the beginning. No, once we sucker you in here, then we'll do something. So I'll do a 90-second thing, and I'll be back. So stay here, my friends. I went out. Oh, I've lost the cord now. Went out earlier and turned the heat down when I went out. I never did turn it back up again. So it's like, ooh, why is it chilly in here? Can't see my breath, but doesn't sound good, does it? We may have to get towed to service. Oh, did you hear the gears grinding? Like any critters here? I think now where are we? No, I had to keep hitting M for map. No. Oh yeah, so we got to go across there and then. Is that where we're dropping stuff off? I guess. Is that where? I think we're going to Homeburn. Let me see when we. No, we're going to the open field. So. Oh, I'll have to remember to save before the. I'll save now. Crossing, river crossing. Just in case bad things happen again. I might do Alaska after supper. We're just dodging here, eh? I wonder if that's... No, that's definitely the map. I was thinking, I wonder if the game ruins the suspension if you're damaged enough, but no. I guess there's a possibility that I won't accelerate as well as I used to with a damaged engine, but it's okay. Did we do a save? Oh, we did a save. Okay, so getting across the river here. That was deep. Oh yeah, there's a link. So the Discord server for Australia and Alaska mod is there. I was at Plum's Farm. I started at Plum's Farm. That's where I... No, I started off at Everett, at the Everett Ferry, and yeah, we'll get to Plum's Farm. I started at the Everett Ferry and went into Plum's Farm and damaged the shit out of the truck getting in there on the road, and I didn't think I was going that fast, but... And I picked up a cargo. Did I pick up a cargo? No, I drove in with my livestock trailers, got a lot of damage, and then I turned around and drove out, and I'm pretty sure I followed the same track and the same speed, and I got a lot less damage, so... Obviously the rocks aren't pointing in one direction. So I think I was just lucky. Or unlucky. Just a sec, let me look at my... Yeah, like I'm not sure how I can tell who's watching on. I'm looking at my stream now, and I'm restarting it because it gets behind all the time. I'm looking at my YouTube stream. I don't think YouTube gives me an idea of how many people are watching. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Right there. No, that's thumbs up. Nope. It doesn't. There's nothing on my YouTube screen when I'm watching YouTube Live that shows me how many people on. There is on Twitch, but only because I've stuck that up on there myself, I think. No. So this is a California Cabernet Sauvignon. Probably would be better after it breathed a bit. It helps actually when buying cheap wine to pour it from a great height into the glass to let it froth. So you can tell how many are watching from YouTube? Where can you tell on YouTube how many people are watching the stream on YouTube? Oh, the other thing is, okay, I'm seeing it there. So I'm looking at my YouTube stream. Oh, sorry. You can tell right at the spot where it says 5 watching now. It's cleverly hidden in the coded phrase 5 watching now. Started streaming 2 hours ago. Okay. My bad. Yeah. And Twitch shows 4. And then Streamlabs chat shows 8 total, because some people are watching on Twitch are lurking, or they're bots. I think the bots aren't counted. Not that I'm paranoid about it, but it's nice to know there's a bunch of people as opposed to hardly any people. If I've been streaming for an hour and nobody's joined the stream, I was like, okay, well, I'm having fun, but I also wanted to make supper or something, so I'll take a break. If there's a bunch of people, I tend to keep going. Or when I finish a stream, if there's a whole bunch, let's go raid somebody. And I'd like to know just how many are watching YouTube as opposed to Twitch. So I'm not sure. So I guess YouTube is yeah, it's nice that 4 people are watching the YouTube and 4 on Twitch. That would imply 8 people. And maybe not. Maybe it's not that sophisticated. Oh, and the engine has not stalled for a while, so I guess the only way we could tell would be if there was like 9 on Twitch and 3 on YouTube. Then okay, so you're counting different things. Ooh, look at this mud. I believe what the developer is adding next is 3D mud. And I don't understand, because it looks like 3D mud to me, but I mean, these wheels are going up and down on the ruts and stuff. The wheels seem to think it's 3D. This is my changed truck. I had to go to a dual drive, a single drive, because I could not get traction in Alaska, so grid. It says grid, meaning I don't think that sign is meant to indicate whether people here are living off the grid or on the grid. I think it's meant to indicate a cattle grid coming up. It seems to be a long... But there's the grid. Otherwise known, we said this before, I think, as in the US, it's called the Texas Gate. I watched a few Aussie... Oh, shit, Lemairt. The hell was that? Oh, that was this thing. I forgot about that. Yeah, just by the cows. There's disaster in the road. I got stuck there actually when I did not have a dual drive. I got hung up. Note to self, slow for the cows because the road will bite you. 27% on the chassis. That's interesting. So is there a way that when you do a map, is there a way the developer can specify what kind of damage, what parts of the truck? Now we're at up to 28. Is there a way the developer, I'm not taking this seriously, can specify what part gets damaged, or does SCS do that? The 3D dirt models get replaced with the new ones. Improved model, collisions, more variants, fixed shading, new Australian seamless texture. New Australian seamless texture. And the performance is boosted a bit. Oh, you mean it's more efficient? I guess. I was talking to my sister. She was talking about buying an electric heater, and she was wanted to make sure she picked one that had a good efficiency. And I was trying to explain to her that an electric heater converts electrical energy into heat energy, but it's not a 100% efficient conversion process. So if there's any losses in the conversion process, oops, this is me. Shit, I'm married. If there's any losses in the process, they come out as heat. And since you're trying to heat your apartment, that's okay. But I need to work. I need to figure out a good analogy for her on that. Oh, maybe like she's stuck in her apartment, like we all are. Maybe cleaning up her apartment. So, if you are thinking of, if you're picking up shit in the bedroom that has to go in the living room, that has to go into the kitchen, if you are efficient, then you group things as you pick them up and carry them. And if you're not efficient, then you do a lot more running back and forth. So you end up getting more exercise. But on the other hand, if your intent is to get exercise, who cares? Okay, yes, let's just, well, okay, we can put it here. We're not going to back this in anywhere. There we go. We're good. Yeah, we're quite all right. Oh, the place gets damaged. The truck at the place, the collisions of the truck hit the other collisions. If the bottom hits a bump, the chassis gets damaged. Cool. Okay, so we're possibly damaged here a lot. Okay, truck damage, 24,000. We've got insurance. Haha. ETS has not implemented this yet. I think when they brought out ATS was out for several years before they decided, let's try to roll this out to the North American audience too. And I think they dumbed it down. The maps were simpler, and they had a lot of options that were just like this. No. So where are we dropping this trailer again? Oh, over. Oh, there. Oh, it's at the wrong place. Yeah. Okay. Let's just dump it. Sorry, my dudes. But we're not late. Look, we made money. We made 6,000 American dollars. I don't think there's the option for Australian dollars in the map, is there? US, Canadian, Mexican, and Europe. Oh, I didn't notice the Mexican there. That's interesting. The base map does not go to Mexico. But I guess like the SCS map, but maybe they just think we've got a bunch of users from Mexico and they're happier seeing the units in whatever Mexican is. Cool. Okay. Okay, let's see what we can get. And we want a cargo going to just confirm where we're going. Eventually we're going to go to Plumland, but we want to go up the Lazy River to Jackie's Farm or Cooladi or Plum's Farm. So let's see where this one's going. And if it's going the wrong place, we've got the option of just changing the time. Right? Okay, what is it? Plum's Farm. There we go. Oh, and it's a double. All right, and let's sliding tarp to double. See, this is the double as opposed to the double I had of the livestock trailers. They were each like 100 feet long, sort of. So, okay, so you can't. No, we're going to do that. Oh yeah, and I have to remember to take the job. I often do that and don't take the job, and it's like, where's the job? Well, where is the job? Oh, I think it's there. My chainsaw from some sort of thing. Oh yeah, so this is the opal mine. The opal mines seem to be holes in the ground. Now opals in some countries are definitely not green or not environmentally friendly. They are. Where's this double? Oh, there's a double. A lot of places they strip mine them. So what they do is they just have a big dump truck or a big dump truck. They have big loaders that scoop up the dirt and then dump it into a truck. And when it's scooped up, that's an opportunity for people to scramble around with their friends on their hands and feet and grab opals and stuck them in their pockets or whatever like this before the truck comes and runs them down. So these are, not part of the normal workforce. And they get killed. But then they sell their opals, and then when you buy an opal, it's like, oh, this is nice. 1% of what I paid for this goes to that guy's family. Sorry, not that I'm bitter. Okay. That's kind of a boring truck. Oh, it's a tarp side, but still. Okay, so I believe this is not as bad a part of the map as bad meaning somewhere that I just go too fast and smash the shit out of the truck. Until I get into the visit the plums, and then... So, a big grocery shopping today because my stock was sort of going down, and there was a possibility that I was going to be, and there still is. My grandson, who was exposed to somebody in school last week with COVID, is being tested, and if he tests positive, results maybe tomorrow. Oop. If he tests positive, then I gotta stay in for 2 weeks, and I miss my dentist appointment, and I miss my second cataract appointment. And I'll be upset that my grandson is sick, but also pissed at whoever in his school exposed him. But he was exposed last Thursday, he got tested Monday, and today's Tuesday, and he's still not showing symptoms, so I think we're okay. Or it could be because 13-year-olds don't really show symptoms. So much unknown, adding to our stress. So. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to, when I get to Plum Land, it'll be supper time here, because it's 7:22. I've got a feta cheese, tomato, whatever. I buy these little pre-made salads at the grocery store. That'll be my lunch. My supper. And then after, I think grid. And then I'll do I'll go back on and I'll do Alaska again. Alaska without the Big Jesus bumper hanging down. Or I should look. Maybe there's one truck that has better clearance than the other. I like my Mac R, but the Mac R does not have the traction. It has single drive axle and not a lot of horsepower, so. I've got good tires on this, whatever they are. I think Michelin's. Can't really tell from the ratings. They're not Michelin's? Okay, well maybe these are the Vortex, whatever the hell that is. Oh, so we're 15 here, so 5 hours, well 6 hours at 3 minutes an hour is 18 minutes. So in under 18 minutes we will be at Plum Land. And I liked Plum's Farm. If people can see Plum's Farm, or if you have to leave, you can check out my stream either on Twitch. The live stream will be up on YouTube, and I will edit the Twitch stream to take out the pauses at the beginning and the pause at the end, and any bio breaks and stuff I did. I'll take all those out and trim it up and post that to YouTube. I don't think there's anybody there. Possibly a body. Things do bounce a lot, don't they? Ah, Jackie's farm. Hey, Jackie. Are you, mate? Is this the one that you can't get into? It's just up a little side road, or have we actually been to Jackie's farm? Maybe we've been to Jackie's. Let me just check something here. Horses. There's a horse. Don't cross the road yet. Well, I didn't even spook him with my horn. The horses and cows are virtual, they're not solid. Yet. Oh, let's see what it's like here out in Ottawa. Let's play this thing. Let's do 2 things. Let's go. Okay, let's do 3 things. I'm gonna do an ad break again now, so that will keep us from having to. I'll do not that long a one. 60-second ad. I'll do a 60-second ad now, and that will stop people from having to watch pre-roll ads when they join the stream. So. You can watch me, you just can't listen to me until that's over. Or you can listen if you're a subscriber, or Twitch Prime. You can subscribe using your. If you have Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription a month. So you can subscribe using Amazon Prime, or you can just subscribe using subscribe, and then you won't see. I think all you get. Well, you get. I should figure out. There's Jackie's farm. I think you get a special. You get a special emote. I need to figure out more bling to give people when they subscribe. Is all you. The only bling is, well, you won't get annoying ads. Okay. But yeah, you can subscribe. You can support me by subscribing. You can share with bits. You can buy my books. Info on my channel about my 2 books that I published. Kirk's Landing, Return to Kirk's Landing, both of them about a big city undercover cop with the power to be sometimes invisible, which is quite handy for his job, except when the sometimes doesn't work. Gets busted by a biker gang, has to hide out in a small northern town. I was going to say a small, quiet northern town, which of course is not quiet because we want a story. And there is murder, corruption, evil spirits, bikers, drugs, and First Nations friends, new First Nations friends to help him. And the first book is sent winter, January to May, and the second one is summer, June to September. And there is not a third one. There could be. Coolati, going to be at Coolati soon, and then we hit the highway, and then we're going to boot it to Plum until we get to the turnoff for Plum, and then we're like, no, 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 slow down, crap, slow down. Ooh, this looks like, no, I say this looks like dung. No, it's not dung. Trailer damage? Nope, that time we made it. We went through before with the big long double and oops. Oh, and I'll check too when I log off if there's a new version of the Australia mod to make sure the cargo works, the livestock and such. So yeah, you can cheer me with bits, and if you cheer me with 100 bits on here, then you get the added bonus of the sound of a raven. And I get 50 bits? I forget what proportion I get. It's pretty hard to make money on here unless people actually donate. You know. Here's $5 into your hand. Ow! The hell was that? You can make money on Twitch from subscriptions. You can supposedly make it from ads, but I've yet to. And maybe you need 500 people watching when you do an ad roll. I would assume it counts if an ad goes on how many people are actually watching. Same with YouTube. YouTube changed their parameters, so I think you need 1,000 viewers and 1,000 hours or something like this on YouTube. Oh, cargo will be fixed tomorrow. Okay. Thank you, my friend. I don't mind testing. I spent several years in... I spent a number of years, 20 years, whatever, in Bell Canada doing hardware and software development. And my last few years were process testing, field trials, and that's I really enjoyed that. Working with different teams, coming up with creative solutions. I found the best testers, the best people on my team were the people with a sense of humor. If you have a sense of humor, then you are able to see things in a different way. That's what makes them funny. So you have what's called lateral thinking. Rather than straightforward A, B, C, D, E, you have A, B, how about B1 thinking. If you have that kind of thinking, you have a good sense of humor, and you also will be good at solving problems when I'm running a field trial. And you'll be better to work with. So if you're a methodical and serious person, well, there could be a role with you in documenting and managing and controlling things in the field trial, but certainly not in coming up with creative solutions. Sorry, you're boring. So yeah, I'll have supper and I'll do. So my folks, this is Coolati. Cool-Rabby. We'll just drag this trailer through the mud there. There's somebody's camper van. That's been a while there. Yeah, feel free to pass me. I don't care. Road trains, I know. Oh, I know why he passed me like that. He wasn't really passing me. Oops. My bad. he was driving on the correct side of the road, and he was wondering, why am I driving on the wrong side of the road? Yeah. Life is so confusing, eh? But yeah, like I said, folks, I will have some supper, and then I will drive in Alaska, and you can see the Alaskan road. Smaller, shorter, simpler, but still very well done. So we're going to be there at, see, we're going to be there at 10 p.m. It's really, it's 6:40 p.m. So let's see what the time looks like. So the time zones don't seem to work in this map. Or maybe it's me, I don't know. I'm wondering if time zones are stuck in North America. Because I have to set, when time zone set on, with or without the additional info, if I want sunrise, I got to go to 3 a.m. Which doesn't make sense. That's like, unless it's 16 or whatever that is. Unless it's some, don't know. So I just turned them off, but that would be my suggestion for people for now. Turn off time zones and just say, yeah, it's 7, sun's coming up. It's now 7 p.m., sun's going down. Hello. Just thought I'd do that. Oh, I don't have the big bull bar on front, do I? I wish somebody did a bull bar for the W900. I guess I could change trucks for this game. I just like these old style square trucks. I've also got the Peterbilt 389. And I've got the Western Star, although that's maybe I'll look at my Peterbilt after and see if I can do a nice bumper. I can do that while we're having supper. Sorry. It beeped on my phone here. Keep looking for messages from my son saying, oh, all is good, or not. Oh, Mud has subscribed. Thank you, Mud, for subscribing. Mud Dog, thank you for subscribing. That was probably a beep I had before. So simultaneous streams live may actually work to get more people interested. And I've got, having more people is not going to make me more money, really. It's sort of self-gratification that you're getting more experience, more exposure. Not going to sell more books. But it's also nice when you have a bunch of people on and they chat with each other. I like that. Because Lord knows we need communication in these COVID times. I've started up a profile on Plenty of Fish, and I don't know whether it's useful or not. I'm not sure how you date people in COVID time, because you can't really meet up. I'm not going inside restaurants or bars. Nope. Too high risk. I'm careful, and probably the person I'm with will be careful, but there could be other idiots in there. Other idiots as opposed to us idiots, so... The alternative is to sit outside at a cafe and have a coffee or a drink, and look, it's Ottawa and it's December, so not going to happen. Which reminds me, actually, what are we? No, I shouldn't do that. I wanted to do this. What's our temp here? 61 Fahrenheit. Okay. I was saying before that it would be nice if you could, the developer could crank the temperature up to like 110 Fahrenheit. But that would be given that the game had the capability to actually react to that. So if you're pulling a heavy load, your truck overheats and you have to stop and let it cool down. So that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, it is chilly. It's what are we? Are we minus 12 again? Now, I should disclosure here. I am from Northern Ontario, so I did experience where we had minus 40, minus 50. I don't know. Cold snaps, sometimes down to minus 50, but we would have a cold snap of minus 40 for several days. No. But it's winter, so you dress for winter. You know, you put on long johns. That's true. That's one reason that I never turned the heat up when I came in. I've still got my long johns on. So we wear long johns. You have different weights. You know, lightweight polypropylene and heavier wool ones. And you wear long johns and a coat and a toque and a scarf and proper boots and stuff. And winter's then like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, minus 12, feelers minus 20. Now, interesting enough, we're all going to have, we have the potential for masks outside. So that will protect our faces a bit. But on the other hand, if the masks are quite thin, they're not like wearing a proper balaclava or a scarf. So they're going to frost up. It was suggested in the wintertime in Canada, carry several cloth masks because it'll frost up. So when if you feel the need to wear a mask outside, maybe you're on I don't know, a calash, who knows. When you go inside, it's gonna be too moist because of your breath was in it and it's frozen up. So, oh, thank you very much for the follow. So it's going to be all wet and not efficient, so then you take that mask off and you put on an indoor mask, and then I guess when you go out you put I don't know. Who knows? All I know is vaccines are starting, but we can't relax our vigilance until we've got this herd protection thing where 90 or maybe 90% of people have been vaccinated, because even if you got a shot, you don't know. You can still catch it. You're immune from getting sick from it. You're not immune from catching it. So you can catch a cold, but yeah, I feel okay. A bit of sniffles, but you're still passing cold germs on to people, and I think the same thing happens with this. You can catch it, shrug it off, but there's still a few days where you're asymptomatic, and so I don't know. Sorry to be Debbie Downer there. Okay, so we're almost at Plum's farm. Once we get to Plum's farm, you will see Plum's farm. Oh, actually, you won't see Plum's farm. Okay, you're gonna see Plum's farm, or we're gonna be late here for our job. But I want to show you Plum's farm. Okay. And that's why I tend to ride on the roof instead of like this. Because I like to see the scenery. I figure if the developer's gone all the trouble, like some people, their truck they have a bug deflector in front and they've got sunscreen down, and they're peering at the world through a letter slot. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I think it's wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna play with my other truck and see if I can get a nicer interior. If I can put my Christmas tree and shit inside it. And if I can get some kind of bull bar on the front. Maybe. Oh, was somebody trying to pass me? Oops, my bad. Maybe. There's a whole bunch of trucks behind me. I'm not doing 55, but I've sort of got gun shy in this game. I don't know. Okay, so you guys gonna honor the fact that I'm trying to turn here? To check my mirror. Is anybody turning? No, nobody turning. Okay, we're good. Okay, so let's go 10 miles an hour in here. Because we had such a gnarly time. Funny noisy engine, eh? Oh, really? Are we going to be that late? When was our, they wanted us at, oh, Friday morning at 9:48. We're going to be there at, oh, 8:13. Well, that's not bad. Maybe. I mean, it's going to take us forever to get there. Okay, we're good now. We had a lot of problems last time we went in here. I'm not sure why. I had my double livestock and I possibly was going faster than 10 miles an hour. There's no speed limit to warn you, but see that? Yeah. See that? Damned if I know what that is. You know, looks like a normal road to me. I'm not seeing any boulders. I'm just whack, whack, whack. "14 miles an hour should not be too fast. I'm driving in the middle. I have no idea whether it's right, left, or middle that has more." You can turn the lights off now. Turn the lights down, baby. Turn the lights down, baby. Who was that singer? There's a black singer. Bucka White? No, not Bucka White. Black singer that sang a lot of slow ballads. Very slow. Oh, boys. Good makeout music. I can't remember who it was. Oh, see? I'm just driving along and making my own business. I'm not even going 15 miles an hour. Bastard. Yes, we can chalk it up to the normal hazards of driving in Australia and the outback, I guess, but there, see? What? 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 Freaking things. So this is Plum's farm. It's a nice farm, aside from the fact that everything gets broken here. we can get some gas, so we can get fixed, and then we can drop things off. Okay, and where were we going to drop things off? And my ass is really sore from sitting for like... Oh, I know what I was going to do, and I never did it the last time. Okay, so... Yeah, sitting for almost 3 hours. But then this... Ow! Damn it. There. It's minus 13. The wind is blowing from the northwest. Yep. At 18.36 kph. And the humidity is 60%. It never says whether it is raining, snowing, hailing. It just says, well, it's really cold and the humidity is 85%. Probably raining. Yeah, probably. Snowing, yeah. Okay, so let's... Where do we drop this off? Do we not have to have a thing that gives us the choice to drop something off? I mean, this is the double. We're not gonna... Oh, I see. We could have pulled up through the other way with the double. There. Yeah. I did not see a prompt on the way in suggesting that here you can drop your stuff off. What would you like to do? I see a prompt for gas. I see a prompt for repairs. I do not see a little cargo thingy. And there's that thing. There's gas. We came in. We came in and we were not given... Is there another entrance? Yeah. Does the other entrance give you the choice? No. Oops, we've lost the other entrance. There's not another entrance, really. Oh, there's a garbage can there, so good thing I didn't go out that way. No, there's only the one place, and there's not a prompt saying, would you like to... Okay. I'm on your farm. Oh, Plum 91406. I am on your farm. Yeah, this is your farm. Windmill. I don't see. Oh, okay. This. So I guess they. Now see, there's livestock. Now the developer has to patch, correct, whatever, so that we can pick up that livestock. We can right now, but. Okay, so let's go get repaired, because it's Australia, and I've got broken a lot. And repair the truck. And we're going to do a teaser here. We're going to drive back to the ferry, the connection that connects you to this map. And we're going to take the ferry back to the USA. And then we're going to take the same ferry up to Wainwright. I didn't look to see where that goes. It's Plum's farm, so I guess it goes up. Possibly, you possibly drop off the edge of the world here, so I don't know. So you, Plum, oh, you damaged the truck more. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. It's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock here. Definitely supper time here in Ottawa. Ow. Not damaged, just a jolt. I mean, you know, I'm not sick. I was teasing the woman in the grocery store. You go in the grocery store. How are you? Hello, how are you? I was saying, so it doesn't. It's not necessarily just a courtesy. No, they really want you to say, "Hi, how are you?" Oh, I'm sick. I have COVID. Good. Don't come into my grocery store. Oops, that was probably a bad idea. Why was that a bad idea? I didn't think the road was that. V. V for differential lock. Yeah, let's go here. That was weird. But yeah, people are saying, how are you? They really mean, no, I want to know how you are. Oh, look at this. Isn't that special? Look at the road. Well, yeah, let's leave this on. Now let's see if we can get back up onto the road somehow. Oh well, I guess we have to. We really shouldn't have driven off the road, should we? Now are we good? Is it better? There we go. That was weird. Yeah, I know. Oh no, we drove off the road. Well, okay. Try to explain that to your insurance company. So, the road was suddenly higher? Really? Really? Was this like a Cheech and Chong truck where you roll the windows down and all the smoke floats out? No, it was not that at all. Okay, we're going to try to get back there without damaging things too much, but we found there's random, I'm not sure why, there are random things. Random things that bite you in the ass on this road, and you can't really tell. Maybe you can, but it'd be like when you're playing SnowRunner. Some people can play SnowRunner or MudRunner, and they can tell by some subtlety whether there's good traction there or a hole or what's there. I have discovered in this map that seems to be less damage going back than there is coming out, and I'm pretty sure I picked the same line. And I was loaded coming in, not going out now, but the other time I noticed this, I was okay. I was loaded going the other way. Oh, I should unlock the differential? Yeah. Okay, well, I will unlock the differential. There we go. Happy now? Okay, now I'm going back to Everett. So I'll take you back to Everett, and I'll take you all to... Wainwright, Alaska. Yeah, why are these guys driving on that side? Because they can. Ah! Just skid off the road there. So the road goes up. I think it just goes up there. I don't think it goes anywhere in particularly surprising or exciting. Okay, this is the highway. It just goes... Yeah, it goes up here and then falls off the edge of the world, so... Future improvement, right? Okay, so... This is like a seaport, but different. Enter. Where did we want to go? We wanted to go to Coopville. 13 hours. A ground port, yeah. In ETS 2 in the Russian open space, some of those things you drive into an airport. Oh, low air pressure. Why have we got low air pressure? I don't know, but I do. Maybe because, I don't know, because it was a 13-hour trip, but I had the engine running. Anyways, in ETS 2, it's not the Russian open space, some of the places you pull into an airport and there's a big transport, you have to, if you got a heavy load, you have to run like hell to get up the ramp into the back of the transport, and then you come out somewhere else. Yeah, the ferry icon, and it's the same ferry icon, and also in Russian open space. Sometimes it's a train station, and sometimes it's a boat. So it varies. So we've got a ferry point here, and we're going to do something. I'm going to go like this. Okay, and then we're going to back up to re-engage this thing. We're going to use reverse to back up. Okay, and we're going to look at the direct destinations, and oh look! We go to the Wainwright airstrip. Now, I'm not sure if that means that we are taking a ferry boat to get there, or we're getting flown in. I've seen little sort of like Piper, but we'll see. Excuse me. Here we are. And it's an afternoon. Now, I think I've still got time zones turned off, so We're at the airstrip. Somehow we got dropped there. So we are here. We can job market. We can do. We can take a tractor. Wainwright up to Wainwright scrapyard. So we might do that after supper. So I'm gonna take a break now. And I gotta look at my trucks too. Maybe I can change it. I'm wondering, am I having those random accidents, those random dents on a normal looking dirt road because my truck has a low point, or would all trucks do that? Not sure. I'm not sure. Because I would like to have less random accidents. You know, if it's just a, I know it's not my truck bumper, so maybe I'll look. Maybe I'll look, and maybe there's somebody who's done an assessment saying which trucks have better clearance. You know, the new Kenworths as opposed to the old ones or something like that. So we'll see. Anyways, my friends, I gotta go too. I gotta have supper. I'll be on later on but thank you very much, Rob, for being on, and thank you very much for your work. And everybody, yes, follow that Discord link and go to Robland. Get his mods. Give him money so he can buy pizza for school. So take care, my friends. Stay safe. Stay happy. Stay away from each other. You know the drill. Ta-ta for now.